All right, so I had to watch the fight twice. With this is my post-fight review for Robeisy Ramirez versus Rafael Espinoza. Very good fight. I knew it was gonna be a classic coming in. It was way better than what I thought it was gonna be. Way better. Way better. I knew it was gonna be a good fight. It sucks because I picked Espinoza to win probably last week and changed to this week to Ramirez. And the fight was so close. That's the reason why I picked the way I picked, because with Ramirez coming in with the power shots that he had early on, I felt like that made a huge difference. But Espinoza, as I've known, and I said this in my review, man, my previews be going well, but I be changing last minute. I mean, I got everything else probably accurate, but this right here, it be bothering me sometimes. Because Espinoza, I was like, oh man, he a huge underdog. I felt like everything he did, everything he brought to the table as far as his punching, uppercuts, for him to be a long, rangy guy, I felt like he was Fendorish a little bit. You know, he had a skill set like Fedor, but he punches a lot though, and he has a lot of power. You know what I'm saying? He punches a lot. He could take a lot of punches too. He took some hard punches. He got up throughout the fight. I will be honest. Um, it's gonna be hard to see another fight where a guy, the way he got up from that knockdown in the 5th round, it's gonna be hard to see another guy who can get a chance to get up like that, because the way he got up, you could tell like when they gave him a chance to kind of lean on the ropes at the end, he didn't walk forward. Could have easily said, nah, not really gonna let you go ahead. And he got hurt a couple of times, man. He got hurt a couple of times. He got hurt in the fourth. If it wasn't the 3rd round, he got hurt in the 4th. He got hurt in the 5th, the 6th, and the 7th. I'm talking about Buzz hard. I know one time he looked down at his leg like it was broke or something. I'm like, it was a couple of things that was going on that he was doing. He grabbed his head one time and was walking the other way. Man, bro, half of that fight, Espinoza was getting tore down. And I'm like, man, what is he doing? He's looking unprofessional. He was walking around and he's losing concentration. He's forgetting that he's in a fight. He got knocked down. Then when he got knocked down, it was just like, it looked like his leg got broke then. I'm like, man. But he started to turn it on. Throughout the fight in the beginning, Espinoza was letting his hands go. He was working a jab. It wasn't the world's best jab, but he was effective because he was throwing a combination, a 1-2 punch combination that he kept repeating and repeating and repeating throughout the fight. It was very effective because Ramirez was waiting on that left hand, trying to connect that, touching and going with the right hand. And Espinoza just took advantage of it. The uppercuts, different things like that. He was throwing those uppercuts, man. Deadly. Going to the body. After a while, like at the end of the fight, if y'all see, from Espinoza going to the body, after he got up, that 5th round, after the 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, he was working the body on Ramirez. Ramirez started to feel them body punches. At first, when the fight ended, I felt like Ramirez got robbed, but after watching it the second time, he didn't get robbed. Espinoza won that fight. He beat the crap out of him. Ramirez wouldn't have been able to last another round if it would have went another round. Espinoza did a very good job on him. Took away the left hand. After he took away the power, kind of outlasted the power. Once Espinoza started, the punches just wasn't hitting the same after a while. After he lost a lot of power off his punches, it was over with after that. Kind of made him one-dimensional. Ramirez is one-dimensional with that left hand. If he can't connect with that left hand, it's gonna be a wrap. He cannot respond with just that left hand. He cannot respond with multiple punches with just that left hand. I didn't want to say that pre-fight because I didn't want to sound all biased and all the other stuff, but he gotta take more risk if that's what he bringing to the table, especially against a guy like Espinoza. Espinoza fought very well, but Espinoza gotta realize though, he can't be risking himself like that all the time if he gonna be punching like that. You know what I'm saying? Because what we seen, Espinoza, hey, you can't be putting that chin in the way like that, bro. You was getting buzzed too much. You gonna end up fighting the same way Fedor was fighting. No offense to Fedor, he's a very good fighter. I'm just saying, you got knocked down the same way. You probably wouldn't have got up if it was anybody else. Man, Ramirez, if he would have placed those punches, the different would have went another way. The referee could have did a little bit better, but he did a good job staying out the way. So I ain't gonna say he did a bad job. It was just that a couple of things he could have did better, but he did a good job staying out the way, letting them go toe to toe, not being all in the way, letting them do what they need to do. Man, it was a hard fight. It was some good fights on that tonight, bro. From the girls to the men, I'm gonna go back and do the girls' reviews just because they fought their tail off. If y'all didn't see none of the girls' fights tonight, I'm gonna let you know right now. Go back and look at the girls' fights for the Zone and ESPN, especially the Zone. On the Zone, them girls were fighting, man. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Them girls was fighting. Them girls was fighting, man. They was on a high level tonight. People was fighting for some checks tonight. Like, honestly. It was a very good fight though, man. Espinoza, man, he earned it, man. I knew he was a good fighter coming in, even though, and what I've seen with a new kind of fighter, the guys that have a lot of knockouts and things like that, like Espinoza, but they're not going to try to beg for the knockout. They're just going to try to beat you down if they have to. And that's what he was doing. He was going to Ramirez. Ramirez couldn't answer after a while. When Espinoza was going 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Ramirez just throw the left, 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 left. And then after those punches start adding up, he'll start putting his guard up and getting out the way. The Espinoza will let them know, hey, different time, man. Different time. You dropped me earlier, but definitely gonna go toe to toe with you. And I felt like Ramirez started to feel them punches in the middle of the fight. That's why he started to bag up and realize, like, oh man, I really can't do what I was doing earlier because I don't have the same kind of oomph on my punches that I had earlier in the fight. And once he realized that, he just started to try to take risks, but he was tired by then. He had no stamina. And when Espinoza realized that, that's when you seen him just attacking. Espinoza was attacking the whole fight, though. The whole fight. He was throwing combinations, jabs, whatever he needed to the whole fight. He was in great shape. You could tell. He came to fight, man. I was very impressed with what Espinoza was doing. Just feel like Ramirez got to get back in the lab a little bit and try to adjust, man. I mean, the better man won this time, bro. You fought well, but from what I just seen him do, it's a different level. Different level. Espinoza just went to a whole nother level. And he already has a lot of knockouts. But from what I seen him do, and this is a crazy thing too, a lot of the things that I seen Ramirez try to do early in the fight, Espinoza started doing later on. He started displaying the power. But when he was breaking that body down, Ramirez got to learn how to go to the body, man. He's too small, too short. His arms is too short not to be going to the body more. He opens himself up way too much when he tries to go to the head. Because once he gets the guy hurt, He tries to repeatedly go to the head. All the guy gotta do is swing, and he can catch him and buzz him. And that's what kept happening. Every time he'll catch him, he'll just keep getting buzzed and keep getting caught. He wouldn't put himself in a position to break him down or make him fold. That's why a lot of these young guys today, if you seen them fighting, they would buzz the guy and hurt him and go straight for the body. Wouldn't even try to go for the head. Because once the body get hurt, then the head gonna be available and go to the top. But man, he wasn't doing it. Just wasn't doing it. Then at the end, bro, he got 22 seconds left. He just gonna let him knock you down. I'm like, ah. And it was like taking a knee knockdown. It wasn't. He could have stayed up, man. 22 seconds left. That would kind of kill the fight for him. The knockdown at the end. I felt like it was close. I would have gave it to Espinoza, me personally, but without the knockdown, I felt like it probably would have went Ramirez's way, even though Espinoza was more aggressive and he was connecting more. But Ramirez was buzzing him more throughout the fight. Definitely buzzing him throughout the fight. We need to have a rematch for that. I'm not gonna lie, that was a classic. I want to see a rematch. That was a classic. That was one of the best fights I've seen all year. Man, that was a classic. Man, I didn't find out what fight of the year is now. I was gonna say O'Shaquie Foster versus Hernandez, but I don't know, man. That was a good fight. That was a very good fight. Yeah, that was a classic right there. I'm not gonna lie. That was an instant classic. Espinoza just proved that he got what it takes besides the knockout power. He got a lot of knockouts, but he can box. He can go toe to toe. He can do whatever he need to do. Definitely impressed with Espinoza. And he was my first choice, man. I wanted to pick him first. I was like, I think Ramirez gonna show out in front of this crowd. He kept saying, yeah, I'm gonna show out in front of the crowd. I ain't gonna lose. What he said, I ain't gonna look bad like I did last time. I've improved since the loss. Man. Went down there and laid another egg. Oh, man. I don't know what it is about going home, bro. A lot of these dudes, man, when they had hometown fights, they ain't like Haney. But congratulations to Rafael Espinoza, though. He did a very good job. Very good fight, man. I might do another review on this. But I'm going to go ahead and post it for all the fans out there. But that 12th round knockdown, that hurt Ramirez. Ramirez should have fought through that 12th round knockdown, man. He should have fought through that. Espinoza, he broke him down, man. He went toe to toe. He showed him, hey, we're going to see who the man is. I'm going to get up, but I'm going to see. But I'm going to be real, though. That knockdown from Espinoza, any other referee would have called the fight off. He was all on the ropes and everything. He couldn't even stand up, walk to the corner. But it still knocked him down at the end. It still ended up being a classic fight, so I liked it. So I see what if people want to say it could have been this way or that way. I understand that, but as far as the fight all the way to the end that I seen, Espinoza won that fight. Yeah, Ramirez ain't had nothing left. Espinoza, hey, I'm gonna tell you how you can tell who won the fight. Look at how Espinoza walked to the corner at the end of the fight, and look at how Ramirez walked to the end. He was dozing off, looking like he was finna pass out there. He looked like he was buzzed. Really, not more than he was tired. He was like he was buzzed. But yeah, that's all I got though. Like and subscribe.